Showtime.
Back. We are back. After our quarterly hiatus, fresh off of a WrestleMania break, the WrestleHead show is back. We got a lot to go over and a lot to discuss. We are here on the day of Extreme Rules. We're going to talk about as much as we can leading up to the show itself, and then we're going to come back with a return show immediately after the pay-per-view.
And this one's actually happening.
So with that being said, Amar, go ahead and give us a rundown of what's been going on TV.
All right, TV,
everything like that.
TV this week. Some things in TV was great. Some things in TV look real bad. And on the bad side, the WWE had a lot of that responsibility, especially on Raw. They made Seth Rollins look like a fucking sucker again, running away, having Kane lay down for him to get his way into Extreme Rules instead of having him get in there and earn it. And we all know that he can earn it, but the WWE, for some reason, wants to have him look like a little bitch. And I don't agree with that, and I think that's wrong.
I was going to say, hasn't he been looking like a sucker since he won the title?
Well, actually,
the Power Rangers coming? Just wondering.
I saw the White Ranger the other day. Told him what's up. Watch the show. But no, he well, he had the glimmer that hope that I had was when he really went in there. It was not last week, but the week before last, and he really went in there and took it to it and looked like a fucking champion. But the thing with Brock, I won't call it too much of him looking like a bitch because it's Brock Lesnar. He has to beat Brock Lesnar with his psychology, not with his brawn, because he doesn't have the brawn to beat him. So I thought that was okay. But this shit with Kane, it's just fucking ridiculous, man.
No, we haven't been on the air since WrestleMania. We've been traveling the world and learning different things about wrestling and things as such. But you know, before we left and we took our annual hiatus, you know, what happened at WrestleMania was simply something that only this man right here called, because me and this guy was on other sides of the fence, me choosing the champion, him choosing the challenger. But it was Amar who threw the wild card in and said that Seth Rollins was going to cash in. And I had no problem with it in the home of the San Francisco 49ers. I had no problem with it. But now, from the Extreme Rules pay-per-view today, dating back to WrestleMania, they've made Seth Rollins look kind of like a marginal champion at best. And he's more than marginal. And I remember when we were debating this, fellas, no one was questioning the man's ability. No one was questioning his ability to be a champion, hold the championship, or whatever the case may be. We were worried about how the WWE was going to use him. And yet again, we are seeing that he is not being able to live out his full potential as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. We got a lot to talk about today, folks, because there is no way in hell that Seth Rollins should be going one-on-one with Randy Orton, and neither one of the participants in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania are even in the main event at Extreme Rules.
We're going to get to that, but what, Randy, your take on Monday Night Raw?
It was alright. Yeah. I mean, just to be honest, you know, it has its ups, it has its downs. I don't agree with the whole champion looking like a fucking buttery bitch fucking part, which I said that probably was going to happen. So I was right about that. And with that being said, Seth Rollins, they should try to put Seth Rollins, you got him running to the game. You got him running all over the fucking place like a chicken with his head cut off because he's scared of Randy Orton. Who the fuck is Randy Orton?
And I'm
saying, like this motherfucker's the big bad wolf or something. It's like
he got some arm pads on.
Yeah. Oh shit, because he got elbow pads on. Oh shit, he's coming to fuck some shit up. Come on now.
Let me tell you something, okay? I have no problem with Randy Orton being one of the greatest wrestlers in this business. I have no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is we've already sat through the Randy Orton in the main event show in the past year. We don't need to have it in 2015 again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the age of Rollins.
Yeah.
It's the age of Reigns.
Those young guys.
Yeah.
Not the old guys.
That's where we need to be right now in terms of our championship picture and what you want to do. And it's not a popular thing to say, but it looks like they're probably going to push Sheamus back that way. It looks like they're going to push Ryback that way. But you know what? Randy Orton is somebody that we just seen this story, man. How is it that Randy Orton is back in the fucking main event and fucking neither Brock Lesnar nor Roman Reigns is gonna be in the fucking main event? They pawned Roman Reigns off on the Big Show.
We're gonna get to that.
I'm not taking nothing away from the Big Show, but this kid don't need to be doing that right now. You could at least include him. It could at least been a three-way. If you want to pull Brock out because of contractual, if you want to pull Brock out, no, but I'm just saying, if you want to pull Brock out for contractual obligations and you want to insert Randy Orton, you know what I'm saying? I can deal with that main event.
But not with just him on a one-on-one.
Seth Rollins and Randy Orton in a steel cage match.
It's fucking bullshit.
I don't know how good that's gonna be.
It better be some blood.
But we're gonna watch the show, and we're gonna find out, you know, how well it's gonna be. But I mean, I think we can all say Seth Rollins is gonna retain the title.
Let's hope so.
I think so.
Okay, now moving on to Lucha Underground. And hey, before we get started, if you haven't seen it, go to Wrestling Heads right now and see what this man has dubbed Spot of the Year. And I agree.
Wrestleheads on Facebook.
Wrestling Heads on Facebook.
Type in Wrestleheads and you'll get right to the page. Go ahead.
That spot was fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I'm sorry. I'm losing my words here. Because I've been preaching about this kid in Helico down in Lucha Underground for the last couple weeks or month or two. I mean, Lucha Underground, let's just say, great show. To me, best show besides Raw on in the week. It's the second best show on TV. If you have the El Rey Network, you need to go check it out. If you got Time Warner, it's channel 125. Go check it out. But anyways, this kid went from one side of the ring across the crowd on the ramp to the ring. It was unbelievable.
It was a spike dive like dive.
He was on top of the fucking stage.
There you go.
Up there. And he fucking floated sideways across the fans. Mind it, it's fans down there.
Yeah, up in the sky.
He crossed the fence and landed on both of them, the two jobbers. I don't know who the fuck they are.
Well, we're gonna call them the guys that basically fucked up.
Took the bump.
Yeah, it was pretty. Those guys weren't safe in the ring. Just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know, Lucha Underground, it's a nice novelty, and it's a decent program. It really has taken Lucha Libre to the next level because it's not your traditional AAA, even though they're affiliated with AAA, with the live movie cameras and the live angles that they have in a closed arena.
Yeah. They have a live crowd.
It really accentuates the superstars a little bit more and helps showcase them. So that's definitely one to watch out. I personally do not have El Rey. I have DirecTV. I know it's offered on DirecTV, but I'm broke. So I get my information from these fellas. That's why there's 3 experts up here instead of just one.
And I tell you what, look, they had even Ezekiel Jackson, who they're calling AKA Big Rick over there, and his lazy ass. He even got in there with his...
Got that Slick Rick eye patch.
Yeah, hey, man. Oh, yeah. Because he got jabbed in the eye with his own cigar. But there's a Willie Mack sighting. For all you Willie Mack fans from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Willie Mack tearing it up over there. There's also other things they have going with the work. They're finna work a program with John Morrison and Alberto Del Rio.
They call him Johnny Mundo.
Johnny Alberto El Patron. But we know
who they are.
They're gonna work a program with those guys, and I mean, I bet, and I put all money in, say they tear the house down every night that they perform together.
And let me tell you something else. When you start talking about those two gentlemen right there, and I think about how good they are in the ring, move for move, hold to hold, the WWE really dropped the ball on letting those gentlemen go, because they could have very well headlined your last WrestleMania.
Well,
I'm not going to take away nothing from Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns because they had a great match. And, you know, we haven't been on the air, but I will take this time to say, Randy, you were right about Roman Reigns.
Goddamn right.
That kid brought it.
Yeah,
he damn sure. He went to Suplex City for goddamn sure. But he took every last one of those suplexes and he started making me believe. And if you notice, on these Wrestleheads broadcasts, I have not been sold on that kid. I was never sold on that kid. He made a believer out of me at WrestleMania, and that's the only drawback that I can say. When Seth Rollins came out, it made you forget about Roman Reigns' growth and development in that match.
Yeah.
See, with that being said, of course I was right, because I'm usually always right. But with that being said, him the cocky shit out the way. With that being said, he brought it on the grandest stage.
He took everything Brock Lesnar gave him.
Not only that, Brock did shit to him that he knew that fucking Dwayne Johnson couldn't take on his best day.
My whole thing is this.
He took his fucking glove off, nigga, and he bitch slapped Roman Reigns.
My whole thing is this, and I told you this. If they were going to make him the man, because there's rumors about that too. We heard about that he was supposed to go over, right? And they called that Seth Rollins audible. What'd you say? After the segment with Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Was that when they found out that the finish was going to change?
Yep.
Because it really was set for Roman Reigns to go over. And let me tell you something. Like I told you in the preview shows going up to that, if they were going to give him the belt, you knew it wasn't going to be an easy exchange. You knew Brock was going to beat the living shit out of him. And you knew that. And he accepted the challenge. And he handled his business. Them calling an audible at the end of the middle of the show.
He got the shit beat out of him, and
but he did. He showed up. I give him credit.
The only payoff he got was fucking Seth Rollins. Thank you, whispering it to him when he pinned him.
Because he had to probably okay it for Seth to go over. Because if it was set for him, you gotta think about it. If it was set for him to go over, and then Vince and Triple whoever went to pulled the audible and went to him and like, look, we're gonna put Seth out there to cash it in. But we want you to know, and we want to know if you're okay with it. He had to be okay with it for them to do it.
Let me tell you something.
No. He could have had a No. This is why I'm saying. He had to be okay with it, because if he wasn't okay with it, the risk of him going out there and having a shitty-ass match on the grandest stage of them all could have happened. You know what I mean? And that would have been shame on them. And they didn't want that.
See, yeah, and they didn't want that. That's not his fucking family DNA.
And they didn't want that.
They was like, hey, go out there. That's why you think his goddamn daddy and the whole family wanted to kick fucking Vince and them's ass. How do you have all of them come there and you tell them that, hey, your boy's going to win it all? That he's going to win it all. And then pull the fucking rug up under him like that. That was some bitch shit. And I blame fucking Vince and Triple H. Yes, I said Triple H because he's on the inside. He's in Vince's ear. And it's a damn shame that the WWE bitch down to that. And they bitch down.
But in all, I will say this. In all, I felt and a lot of others felt they made the right decision.
I'm not saying
because it was Seth's time. It wasn't Roman's time. Seth's been from out the gate with the WWE. Seth Rollins has been the one that's been the most impressive out the gate.
But see,
here and now, never faltering. That was Seth. You know what I mean? They made the right. I'm not saying that Roman Reigns is not a part of their future. He is. And he damn well should be getting the title around SummerSlam or before SummerSlam, in my mind. And then you we already discussed this. You make him and you can make Rusev all in the same year. You have 3 new world champions all in the rest of the
year. But see, here's my thing. This is what Randy's getting at, though. I understand what you're saying, Amar, and I understand what you're saying, Randy. It's like this. What you're saying is you believe in Seth Rollins, you believe they made the right choice. However, the problem is that wasn't the original choice. If that was the original choice, at the beginning of the show, they knew Rollins was going to go over. That's one thing.
That's kind of foul. I agree. That's foul to have his family set up to do that. But I mean, they should have went with that in the beginning. I felt that's what they should have done in the beginning because I felt that was better for what they need to do. And not. I mean, but the thing is are they going to actually stay a course with these 3 making young stars, or are they going to fall back to the wayside?
I'll tell you what.
They're going to fall back to the Sheamus factor. They're going to You see, they fall back to Randy Orton. He getting his fucking magical push. How in the fucking blue fucking hell that Roman Reigns gets screwed at WrestleMania, gets screwed all that shit, and then fucking Randy Orton just inserted in that shit, and Roman Reigns into the shit house to go against the Big Show.
Can we get back to that? We got to get the SmackDown.
And the cool part about all that, man, I have no problem with Seth Rollins. I have no problem with Seth Rollins going over. But what I want to see tonight, I want to see Seth Rollins taking Randy Orton and go straight over.
Straight over.
No fucking nobody in the cage. Go straight over. Be a champion. You're the champion. Be a champion.
Everything that we were just discussing, we're gonna wrap that all up, and we want to know what you guys think about that. And send us your questions and comments. If you feel in agreements with what Randy's saying that Roman Reigns should have went over,
you smart,
hey,
would.
leave that in the comment. Let us know how you feel. If you feel that they made the right decision by putting Seth Rollins like I feel, then yeah. Or you can believe or roll with this guy and say Brock Lesnar should have still had the title.
Brock Lesnar should still be holding the strap. I mean, I'm going to just go ahead and say that.
Okay.
I mean, look, like when they did the shit on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Brock was still on fire.
Yeah,
He's still doing the most.
Lives on that.
You know,
Suplex City, bitch.
Hey, that shit was
Why the
off.
fuck is not a T-shirt?
It should be.
That was off the chain.
It's marketable. But on SmackDown, okay, let's move to SmackDown real quick. Only thing, one thing I am gonna get positive on, and now I'm rolling. I feel it. I'm rolling. We're back. We're fucking back. You know what I mean? Now, okay, look, SmackDown now. SmackDown, I'm gonna give the WWE a positive because that tag team match main event at the end of the night was damn good. You know what I mean? A lot of good chemistry between Reigns, Rollins, Ambrose, and Harper off the chain. Which Randy pointed out while we were tuning in on it that they had this chemistry from the little rivalry with the Wyatts and the Shield. You know what I mean? So they're already. But look, if you haven't checked that match out, check it out. That match was really good. It was for SmackDown. It was really good.
And let me tell you something. Extreme Rules tonight. You look out for that Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper. They may steal the show. They may just steal the goddamn show tonight. And let me tell you something else too while we're talking about it. You know, we did have a show, folks, and it's been about 3 weeks now, but we did have a show where I did a lot of campaigning for Byron Saxton, and I did a lot of campaigning about him taking the brass ring. But when I saw that sorry motherfucker get on that goddamn shit on Monday Night Raw by himself, and he was fucking lost, and they had to go get that son of a bitch, who I fucking despise, Jerry Lawler, to come out and help his black sorry ass, you go ahead and fire him, WWE, and I apologize, folks. That shit brought my credibility down fucking 10 fucking spaces, because I fucking spoke up for Byron Saxton. When he had a chance to step out and be the future and know that he could take over from Michael Cole whenever Michael Cole decided to leave, that son of a bitch froze up like a goddamn otter pop. I am not dealing with that shit no more. No more Byron Saxton. No more fucking Byron Saxton references or none of that shit. That son of a bitch is fired in my eyes. Sorry, Mark.
See, you should have realized that. If you watch NXT,
I spoke up for that motherfucker.
If you watch NXT, you'll realize that shit because he was calling NXT. It's just he don't have it. It's like some people got the chops, some people don't. You know, and speaking of announcers, I mean, if we finna go into the TNA part of
we getting to TNA, and my man Taz. Taz has officially, hey, look, don't let them sell you on the back. Oh, Taz has gone on assignment, and man, that's bullshit. Taz walked the fuck out. For those that don't know, that don't really look at the behind-the-scenes stuff like us and other wrestling fans, Taz walked the fuck out, and I think it was because of him and Josh Matthews.
Yeah, I think he had a problem with Josh Matthews.
No, but he said in an interview, which I tried to put up in Wrestling Heads, but you can find it in Bleacher Report. He did an interview saying that Josh Matthews and him had a big-time falling out where they're no longer friends no more, but that wasn't the reason why he left. And then there was brought
No, he fucking left because they wasn't paying his ass.
That was brought up.
They wasn't paying nobody.
No, that was brought up too.
2 paychecks
that was brought up too, but he did the classy thing and said no, they weren't paying me because if they weren't, I wouldn't have been there for as long as I was. But I thought it was
that's
a bunch
all
of hot
bullshit.
shit.
They get that nigga $20 extra.
That dude got the Paul Heyman. He got the Paul Heyman treatment for ECW when the paychecks was bouncing, and he bounced and got the fuck out of there.
Matter of fact, TNA hasn't been paying a few people. I mean, it's not just Taz complaining about that. There's a few people saying they 2 or 3 paychecks behind. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a goddamn truck driver. And if I can't fucking get my paychecks every week and I can't pay my bills, hey, I'm sorry.
Right,
but you know what? But then I also believe, like you said too, there was beef between him and Matthews. Yeah. Their personalities just didn't mix. And you know why? Because they're locked up in that little fucking room in fucking Nashville where they should be on the goddamn road. We fucking said that shit too. They ain't got no, what the fuck are you doing?
Now, one thing I will say
being cheap. 2 less plane tickets.
One thing I will That's true. Hey,
that's true.
It's not just 2 less plane tickets. It's a little bit of the production for the
hotel and all that.
All that, man. They clear off the books on that. You know
that shit makes no sense for them to be broadcasting live. Like, you see how we in a closed stage like this? Yeah. Nigga, we can call TNA.
Closed circuit.
We can call TNA right now.
Right now.
We can call a pay-per-view. They could be in England, and we'll do a better job than Matthews and Taz. You can bet your ass I'll make a piece of shit like fucking Eric Young look like fucking $10,000.
The sad part.
We
The
back.
The sad part about this shit.
We back.
When you sit there and look at it, when TNA had all this production been on, 10 years, over 10 years and all this shit, when Lucha Underground is out producing you.
Yes.
And they got sorry ass Vampiro on the team.
Yeah.
And he's horrible. He's horrible. And you got goddamn fucking Matt Striker holding it all together.
And again, like I mentioned before about Johnny Mundo and El Patron, they dropped the ball on Matt Striker too.
Yeah.
Because Matt Striker could have stood out there on Raw by himself and did it instead of that motherfucking Byron Saxton frogging up like he did, okay? He could have fucking did that shit. But Vampiro, he better watch out. Because if Taz is out there as a fucking free agent, they're going to grab him and put him on that table with Striker.
Grab him.
And Vampiro going to be out of a job.
Because Taz had a better career than Vampiro. Even though Vampiro went overseas,
Vampiro
and all that shit.
Vampiro's like a legend in Mexico, though. Like, they love him, you know, and they'll probably get a job for him doing backstage interviews or mopping the floor or whatever. But they're going to take his ass off of that goddamn camera and get him from in front. Because if you could bring Taz in there, didn't Taz and Michael Cole work together for a smidge in the WWE?
Yeah.
Or am I mistaken?
I know
that Matt Striker. I know that Matt Striker did a lot of work with the now ESPN anchor Todd Grisham. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
it was a damn good team.
They were a great team, and I think that, you know, Matt Striker being the consummate professional that he is, Taz being so-so, because let's be honest, when he came to TNA, his broadcasting fell the fuck off. It has, but how much effort do you really need to have when you're calling an Eric Young versus Abyss match?
But see,
you don't really need that much fucking know-how.
Matt Striker is so fucking versatile. He had the WWE, right? Then everybody forgot. Him and JR went over to Japan to do that New Japan show. And he knew everything about the Japan wrestling.
Because he is a real student of the business. Yeah. And that's why Lawler and Cole didn't like him, because he knew too fucking much.
He was dynamite.
He was making them look bad.
Yep. Okay, now one thing I would say about TNA's broadcast, their programs. Now, Drew McIntyre is now there. He's been there for about a month or so. And his name is, what was it again?
His real name. Drew, fuck his name.
I don't fucking know.
They're using his real name.
Drew Galloway.
So he's coming. He's brought.
It seems like every time I tune into the shit, I don't ever seem to catch them.
But he brought two wrestlers. He's brought two young guys with him. Well, one's a kind of older guy, but he looks young, and the other guy's a legit young guy. He's brought two young guys in a group called the Rising. Let's rise up. You know, whatever that gimmick is. But look, all I'm gonna say is this: I didn't know that Camacho from WWE, like lowriders, hats in the bag, big time choke. I didn't know his dad was Haku, and he looks like he's black. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something else. Since we're talking about that shit, and you want to talk about Haku, and you want to put Rikishi in the Hall of Fame, let me tell you something. But Haku should have been in the Hall of Fame way before fucking Rikishi. Rikishi's older brother should have been in the Hall of Fame way before him. Tommy Kidd, because let me tell you, that guy's a legend in the WWE.
Tommy Kidd is good.
As far as I'm concerned, he was a legend in the WWE. Now, I'm not going to sit here and take nothing away from Rikishi. He's in. There's nothing we can do about it. I will address him now as a WWE Hall of Famer. That is his right, and that is my duty. I will do that for him. But yes, Camacho, son of Ming.
Yep.
/ Haku.
Cool. Yep.
I expect big things from him.
He is now under Drew Galloway, and this is the guy that I've been impressed to see him finally making it on TV. Like
he was doing good.
No. I'm not talking about Camacho. I'm gonna go to the guy that I'm finna bring up. Okay. The big bad gravy daddy, Sean Ricker from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, former Heritage Tag Team Champions with Brian Cage, who's also over in Lucha Underground. We're called Natural Selection. They got it done. He was also a former Heritage World Champion down there in the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Got it like
now this is the promotion they tried to call themselves NWA. Before
now,
WWE took the belt back.
But what people don't understand and don't realize if you don't really watch that show, that Sean Ricker was the last managerial duties of Percival Pringle III, a.k.a. Paul Bearer. And Paul Bearer just didn't put his name on
R.I.P.
Yes, just didn't put his name on everybody. Sean Ricker has it all. And what you guys are going to find out, maybe he's too old for WWE because of where his age is, or maybe it's because there was some I think he's between 30, 35 around there. I heard there was some steroid, Alex, you know what I'm saying. There was some steroids talk in championship wrestling from Hollywood. But let me finish. Sean Ricker can get it fucking done. He can talk, he can wrestle, he has charisma, he has it all. And I don't think TNA's gonna do right by him, but you will find out what this man is all about. He's called Eli whatever, but that's Sean Ricker. You know what I mean? That dude can get it done. Well, Look out for him.
Let me tell you something. If he's as good as you say he is, his age ain't gonna matter because WWE can bring him in under the fucking Batista rule.
It had to be
Batista
the steroids.
was damn near 40 when he won that belt.
It had to be the steroids that were brought up in championship wrestling from Hollywood.
Steroids is only an issue if you get caught.
But okay, now anyway, getting back to the matches that happened on TNA this week. It was a big heel turn, not who we think it was. It was Taryn Terrell turning with the dollhouse, the new generation's beautiful people. You know what I mean? They're trying to recreate that in the dollhouse where no talent Taryn Terrell went over on Awesome Kong, who should be holding the fucking title. You know what I mean? Like and this is one thing I can't stand with wrestling nowadays. When is it not cool to have your best wrestler be the champion? That's what I'm saying. What I mean?
My whole thing is this. I'll never like that bitch. And I'll tell you why. That bitch brought fucking Drew McIntyre down in the WWE. And now all of a sudden, they're fucking working together in goddamn TNA. You know why? Because TNA is some fucking opportunists. They don't fucking give a fuck about somebody else's social problems and shit like that. Drew McIntyre should have been a nigga in the ring with fucking Brock Lesnar at Wrestlemania fucking 31. It should have been Brock Lesnar. But this bitch want to go nuts and start fighting him in a goddamn hotel room in WWE. And I don't blame them. They protected themselves, covering their ass, get rid of the whole fucking problem altogether. Buried him until his contract was out and then got rid of him. And now all of a sudden they both over there in TNA. Fuck that bitch. I'll never fucking respect that hoe. And I'll tell you something else too. Awesome Kong can run circles around all those bitches over there in TNA. And it's only a matter of time. You have to do her justice. Not because she is one of the best, if not the best, female professional wrestler in the world today, but because she is a TNA alumni. She is no stranger to the TNA product. Why in the fuck is she not the champion? I don't know. They keep coming up with these dumbass finishes, fucking sitting there making her look like she's dumb and she's blind. Oh, she lost because of some situation.
They put her through a motherfucking table this week.
Well, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody fucking with Awesome Kong. Okay? So, with that being said, I'll never respect Terry Terrell, whatever the bitch name is.
She sucks.
I gave the bitch some credit.
She's horrible.
I gave her credit when her and Gail Kim was putting themselves through them tables. Yeah, but how long can that last? You are not better than Awesome Kong, okay? I am not convinced. Who the fuck's holding the WWE Divas title right now? Fucking Nikki Bella?
Bella, yeah.
Nikki Bella is not better than Awesome Kong, okay? Like, let's just call a spade, okay? You don't want that big black female in your goddamn arena in your fucking ring, but she can run circles around any female in the world. If I had to put my money down on the best female wrestler in the world right now, it was today. Awesome Kong. If it was last year, it was Awesome Kong. Even when she was out on pregnancy leave, it was still Awesome Kong.
You think about it, WWE, before all that shit happened, she was finna get the Divas belt.
Oh, yeah.
It was on her way.
Yeah.
She was dominating the Bella bitches. It was going down that road where you was gonna have a best.
That's what they call her, Karma?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry, dude. She is that fucking good. She was trained by the best. She is fucking good. She told her story. I do give WWE credit for that. They allowed her to tell her story, how she came from nothing to where she was today, and she deserves immense respect for the work that she puts in. TNA, let me tell you something. You know why they're a sinking ship? Because she ain't the fucking champion right now. Because they fucking put the World Heavyweight title on Hell Sabin. That's why they're fucking full of shit right now. Okay? And that's why they can't fucking pay nobody.
Breaking news. It looked like for the Intercontinental title, Neville will be stepping in for Daniel Bryan. So it's going to be Barrett versus Adrian Neville.
So what you're telling me is, and this is live,
Yeah, live, off the scene. Hey,
what you're telling me is that Adrian Neville is going to step in against Bad News Barrett. Is the Intercontinental strap on the line, or is this just a single?
I think they're going to do a single match. I haven't confirmed.
Strip him tonight. Put the title on the winner.
This is where Daniel Bryan. Now you know what? As much as like they always talk about Daniel Bryan being over with the fans, if Daniel Bryan was going to really be over with the fans, you walk your fucking ass out there and you hand the belt over.
You pull a Shawn Michaels.
Yes. You walk over to the referee, you hand the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship over to the referee, and you get on the mic and say, when I'm ready to compete, I will come back and try to compete for it again, but I am not going to hold the belt up because of my injuries. That will put him over more than he is right now. So let's see how much character Daniel Bryan has to fucking be a man and do that shit tonight.
Back in the days, Russo.
Because Adrian Neville, he's gonna run circles around Wade Barrett.
They're going to have a good
You're the only motherfucker that sold on Barrett. I already told you, Wade Barrett, his time's done come and gone. His best fucking moment in the sun was when he was with the Nexus. He ain't been good since.
Now, to move on from all that, we're going to go into, look, this. Extreme Rules is coming up.
It's today.
It's coming up, and it's 4 o'clock Pacific time. We got about 20 more minutes of this shit, and then we're going to the show, fellas. But rest assured, we will be back when the shit's over. Because I got some more shit to say.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on it right now. We're gonna go through some of the matches. Or no. You know what? Fuck that.
You know what?
You know what? Hold on. Fuck that. No. Fuck that. We know the matches, and we know the matches, and some of the matches, a lot of the matches are fucking lame. And then with Neville stepping in for Bryan, they should take the strap off Bryan. Whoever wins that match, put the strap on Neville tonight. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I wouldn't have
This is what I'm gonna say.
with that.
It's fucking criminal, and I'm not one of the biggest Roman Reigns fans, but I'm gonna say this: the man was in the fucking main event of WrestleMania.
Was he?
And he proved himself
right
in the main event of WrestleMania. And I was of the that it wasn't gonna be good, but hey, he changed my whole look at him. What he took and put up with and came back, and the comeback was believable at WrestleMania. Why is he not in the title match? Why is he fucking around with the Big Show? Why are they having the Big Show knock him out like a dirty dish rag? Just poof every week, pull back his hair, knock him out. Out of nowhere. Just all the fucking time making him look like a fucking chump, like he can't stand up to the fucking Big Show. Nobody cares about that shit no more. Roman Reigns shouldn't be looking like that. Look, it's the Big Show.
Not only that, but you wouldn't even know that he was just headlining WrestleMania. I mean,
I bet he's the second match on the card.
Bro, they did that little wrangly ass interview on SmackDown, like the week after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They did that little wrangly ass interview where he said, "Yeah, I've been to Suplex City and I'm gonna come back stronger." Next thing you know, the Big Show's chin checking that nigga, and the fucking shit's over with. Now he ain't even thought of for the main event. I'm like, why did you do all this goddamn promotion? Hell, I drive on the freeway in Southern California down to 10 West. I saw a big picture of fucking Roman Reigns being a father. Like, he was everywhere.
Man.
They made him everywhere.
Yep.
He was sold.
Good.
Now he's not even in the main event. This is the shit that I was trying to tell you about, man. I wasn't sold on him.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Okay.
When he got his ass whooped by Brock Lesnar, and he started building that steam coming back, that's what champions are made of.
No, yeah.
That's what builds a champion.
No, I agree with you 100%. That's why I'm bringing it up now. I thought it was fucked up how he's in a program with the Big Show when he should be in the main event. If Randy Orton, like you said earlier, if he wanted, and I thought that was a little too early when you came in and said that.
Hey, man, they totally
we were saving this shit for now. They
Bro, they totally neutered him.
Oh yeah.
He's got no balls left.
Yeah, they catforded him.
They just totally neutered this guy.
You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Why'd you do that?
It's fucked up.
Do I have to say anything?
It's fucked up.
I mean,
I don't understand
I said
that.
this shit was gonna happen. I said they was gonna try to send him
But
to the shit house.
shouldn't
They found him a
happen,
spot in the shit house. What else do he have to do? I don't understand. What the fuck else Roman Reigns have to fucking do? I mean, the dude has gotten better on the mic. The dude has gotten better in the fucking ring. The dude stood up to the biggest, baddest motherfucker you got. And he looked believable. And then you telling me that these punk ass fans, and I'm calling you some of you motherfuckers punk ass fans out there fucking was crying, yes. And you see where that motherfucker's at. He ain't even competing tonight because he's a brutal bitch. And that's the way it's gonna be. Now let's talk about some of these goddamn matches. Who's winning versus Sheamus versus goddamn Dolph Ziggler?
I want Ziggler to go over.
Oh my God! Is it a fucking? Are we fucking young here? Are we new here?
It's gotta be Sheamus.
Not only is Sheamus gonna beat Ziggler, I wouldn't doubt if Sheamus bro kicked him, and that would be the whole fucking match. Because they don't fucking respect Dolph Ziggler. They love Sheamus. They love to fucking stroke his ivory white dick off. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
And they just fucking
Guys.
You motherfuckers know what I'm talking about.
But no,
let me tell you something. Dolph Ziggler gets no fucking respect. And the guy that gets no respect going against the guy that they love is just a bad equation.
You know, but you're right though. I mean, my thing is this. You know, but one thing, it's like what you said. I don't really have a problem with this new look Sheamus. Let's see what he does. You know what I mean? I don't want him.
I got no problem with it.
I don't want him in a title picture.
He's going straight.
But that's where it looks like he's going.
He's going straight to the title.
And you know, if you guys have closer questions or anything that comments about that Roman Reigns situation, put that shit up on the page. Post that shit, and we will address it in the next show. Post that shit, because I'm telling you, that shit was fucked up. But back to the next. What's the next match on the card?
Well, as we was talking about, Double R, Roman Reigns against the Big Slow, aka the Big Show.
I mean, they're gonna put Roman Reigns over. They're gonna put Roman Reigns over the Big Show. But the problem is, they're gonna put him over the Big Show, and then he's gonna fucking lose the right back on Raw tomorrow.
No.
Like that's the shit they're gonna do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they let Big Show knock his ass out.
That's fucked up. No, I believe he's going.
Wow, if they put Big Show over Roman Reigns,
that's just stupid.
That's rough.
You know that's Vic.
I got nothing but respect for the Big Show for everything he's put in, but he is not on that level. We were talking about a guy that's supposed to be at the top. He's supposed to be up there in the mountain with fucking Rollins and fucking, I guess, Randy Orton and fucking Seth Rollins.
Randy Orton should be up there. It should be
Randy Orton should be down in Cena's role right now.
It should be
helping to put other people
It should
over.
be Rollins, Reigns, Ziggler, Cesaro, and Rusev. Period.
So let's see who's next. For the tag titles, the New Day versus Cesaro and Kid.
Well, this may be, and I could be wrong, but this looks like could be a heel face switch.
It's you starting to see that shit that the New Day, they buying, the motherfuckers is talking shit about the New Day, the fans and everything, and they playing along with it, which is smart on their part.
Yeah.
You know, that shit might get them to that next fucking level.
When they go
even though the New Day real name should be the fucking New Nation of fucking Domination.
You can't.
This New Day bullshit.
It couldn't be
it's
the
some
new
buttery bullshit.
It couldn't be the New Nation of Domination when you got fucking Consequences Creed in there.
He could have been the lawyer.
Yeah, he could be the Clarence Mason.
Shit.
The nigga's smart.
That motherfucker ain't smart. Get the fuck out of here.
But
he fucking looks like that motherfucker from Zebrahead with those fucking dreadlocks and
But most likely, I'm thinking the champion's gonna retain.
Oh, of course, the champions are gonna retain.
Let me tell you something like this, okay? This match right here, is hard to call because you got people on both sides of the fence that the WWE refuses to push. So I can't really pick a clean-cut winner because they don't like Cesaro and fucking Tyson Kidd to be successful. I'm really surprised that they are tag team champions, but I am gonna just take it as a victory. The New Day,
I hate them belts.
The New Day, they're African American, they're Negroes. They don't like pushing Negroes.
And we're gonna discuss that on the show.
We might do that on the post show.
Yeah, the post show is gonna be discussed and look out for that one.
That one, I can't even pick a winner because
some people forget they're Negroes.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something like this. I just want them to have a good show to show that they prove that they belong to be on the card. But if I'm willing to bet, that might be a pre-show match.
Okay, the next match I want to talk about. Now they didn't call it audible. I think this is gonna get pushed to pre-show now. Fucking Barrett versus Neville that I just mentioned.
They shouldn't make that a pre-show match.
I think it's gonna be a pre-show match. But if I'm wrong, I think Wade Barrett, he works good with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
they're gonna put Wade Barrett over.
And he's totally underestimated.
Well, because
yourself talking shit about Wade Barrett, that kid got a lot of fucking skill. And you know what was better?
Skill. His matches are fucking boring as fuck.
Bullshit. You know what?
Yeah, they are.
You know what I think that helped him out?
I don't think so.
He didn't cut his weight down. You know, he's not as bulky as he was.
Let me tell you something.
And I think that's really
Wade Barrett was at his best when he was the leader of the Nexus.
He was good when he came back after that
whole
injury.
Bad News Barrett shit,
He was over. You see, they have to stop that shit.
That is an insult to Bad News Brown. Okay?
How is that?
You are not taking the
Bad News Brown couldn't wrestle for shit.
How you feel
He was just a fucking karate master.
No, he was.
You know what I mean? That's all he was. The ghetto fucking blaster. That's all that nigga had.
No, he wasn't.
He was in jiu-jitsu.
He was trained in the Hart family dungeon.
He was in jiu-jitsu.
He was the only black man to come out of the dungeon. He was a legitimate professional wrestler.
That shit. Hell no.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Hell no.
That feud with Jake Roberts was legendary.
Hell no. Jake Roberts said it. Jake Roberts said it.
Jake Roberts said it.
Jake Roberts.
Okay. Jake Roberts.
You can't have a jiu-jitsu dude as a prime-time wrestler. Straight up.
The bottom line
ghetto
is this.
blaster.
Okay, this is coming from the same guy who wouldn't do WrestleMania 4 unless he had enough crack.
Damn.
Seriously? We gonna go there? The nigga was probably high on dope when he said it.
Hey.
Then I wouldn't put a notorious crackhead on the payroll.
Hey, Jake Roberts a goddamn Hall of Famer.
I know he's Hall of Famer. And I love Jake. But he was probably high as fuck when he said that shit. Because Bad News Brown Bad News Brown came from the Hart family dungeon. It wasn't about jiu-jitsu or anything like that.
Canadian, right?
He's a black Canadian like Rocky Johnson.
Yeah.
He fucking knew how to wrestle hole for hole, in and out. The only reason why I bring this shit up is because, like I said, to me, Wade Barrett sometimes wrestles below average. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and keep on saying it. Well, they were going to push him, and every time they seem like they're getting ready to push him, he gets hurt. Now, that may not be his fault, but if I'm a championship maker, I'm telling you who I'm not about to make champion. Along with Daniel Bryan, I'm not going to make fucking Bad News Barrett a goddamn champion. Because what's the point of having all the propaganda, all the promotion, all the sponsors? Some people talk about they got t-shirt sponsors. You know, you going to fucking put all this fucking money and drive this machine behind him, gets hurt at a house show, and what you going to do?
Right on.
You ain't going to do jack shit.
Okay,
what's the next match?
With that being said, let's talk about Ambrose versus Luke Harper. Which, if anybody watched Wrestle or look at Wrestle, has the page. I put up the top 40 moves of Luke Harper from the Independents all the way up. That dude, he is totally getting under fucking used. Honestly, he should still be with the Wyatt family. He should still be part of the Wyatt family.
How about this? I'm gonna throw this one at you.
Go ahead.
That match, they're gonna use more than likely. They're gonna use that match to start the show. That match,
it's gonna be extreme.
It's gonna be top 2 matches on the card.
Yeah.
And I believe that. But I watch. They're going to use them to wake everyone up and get everyone in the zone. Where is Extreme Rules tonight, Randy?
Chicago.
In the greatest city on this damn earth.
I fucking asked him, didn't
You had to ask him. That's why you think I ain't saying that.
Sweet home, Chicago.
Knew it.
Or Rosemont. Same shit.
They're going to be at the Rosemont Horizon?
It's always been...
Son of a bitch!
It's called what's the...
I don't give a fuck what it's called. That's the Rosemont Horizon.
Same shit.
Home of WrestleMania 2.
It's still going to be bittersweet.
One of the homes.
It's still going to be bittersweet for fellow Chicagoans.
Madison Square Garden,
people that stay in
Horizon,
people that stay in Chicagoland.
Can you imagine they did that shit in 1986?
It's no fucking CM Punk.
Different arenas packed.
And we're going to miss that. Because nobody got a pop like CM Punk in Chicago.
What about Lex Luger?
Lex Luger wasn't shit.
What about the one-man gang? Did he get that same pop?
Them motherfuckers ain't from Chicago. That was a fake build to try to get them over.
What about the Road Warriors?
Well, the Road Warriors from Minnesota, but they are always going to be fucking in the bosom of Chicago. Shit.
What's
fucking Lex Luger couldn't wipe nobody's ass.
What's the
fucking bring that
next
Lex Luger, you
piece of shit. You
killed
Lex Luger, you son of a bitch.
Lex Luger deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Hell no! Shit! Fuck that! Hell no!
Nobody told that bitch to snort.
Hey, hold on.
Nobody put that up to a Rosa man to snort it.
See, Charles, I gotta go bullshit. You were just talking shit. You were just talking shit about Barrett a minute ago. Barrett can run circles around Lex Luger's
bullshit.
Flexi.
I call bullshit.
I
call bullshit. Wade Barrett couldn't headline a fucking Starrcade if he fucking tried.
Yeah, where
Starrcade was too fucking big.
Where's Starrcade at? Where's Starrcade at now?
In the annals of time.
That shit's on the WWE Network because they bought them. Because they went out of business.
Okay, so does that still mean Wade Barrett could have headlined a Starrcade?
Yup.
Fuck no.
Yep.
Fuck no.
Yep.
Who was Luger in the motherfucking ring with?
Yeah, exactly.
He was in the ring with the best.
No, Luger had a job because he was best friends with Steve Borden, a.k.a. Stinger. Good job at WrestleMania.
So him being best friends with Sting gave him the WWE push too, right?
Hey,
that's what made him body slam Yokozuna, right?
You see,
even though Ahmed Johnson did it, nobody publicated it at all.
You see,
Ahmed Johnson body slammed Yokozuna with no problem, but since it was a nigga that did it, nobody fucking said nothing.
Hey, Lex Luger fucked that up. He couldn't even do that shit right. They told him, hey, WrestleMania 10, nigga, you're gonna get the title. Excuse me. You're gonna get the title. Oh, let me go tell everybody at a bar. Then
I'm gonna have the choice.
Bitch took it back. You like, you dumb fuck.
He would have been stupid to give
Look.
We
We can get sidetracked on all this Lex Luger hate if you want.
But yeah,
go back to the goddamn card.
Getting back to the fucking card, motherfucking, you got fucking Ambrose and goddamn fucking that Luke Harper.
I'm not gonna pick a winner in that match because to me the winners are gonna be us, the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they probably gonna let Ambrose go over because Ambrose been getting his ass annihilated lately.
All right.
So going to that, I'm gonna go to the Divas match. This should be the night. This should be the night. This should be the night that Naomi goes over.
I hope so.
I hope so.
She got the attitude.
So. She's been there long enough.
She's been showing what
she's been there long enough.
People forget she was in the same draft class, that NXT class as AJ.
Yeah.
And what's her name?
Caitlyn, right?
Yeah, Caitlyn too. And I think somebody else was there. I can't fucking.
Who cares?
It can't come to my mind. But the point is, she been fucking pushed to the side. She been sent to the shit out.
Black.
True, but I mean, even Alicia Fox didn't win the belt. What I'm saying is,
she's light skinned. I'm just messing with you. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I think the situation with Naomi was a little different because the situation with Naomi, they wanted her to work a program with her boyfriend and stuff. And I remember the first time around, they didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
You were shutting down kind of opportunities heading for you.
Yeah.
And she's not even on the fucking.
See, this is gonna be the biggest opportunity for her. This niggas is down.
No. This is
why.
This is why I do believe she's gonna win. They took her off of the Divas show.